Hey, my name's Zach. I work at Revel 42 Golf Carts. Today I just want to do a quick rundown of all the features that come on the Evolution Forester 4 Pro. We're just going to kind of go front to back here, show you everything all the way through. Has a lot of really cool stuff on it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the front end of the golf cart. I just kind of want to go over all the features just at this point here. For starters, they've got an A-arm 6-inch lift kit along with independent front suspension on the cart. This is going to make it really nice riding around as far as the smoothness of your ride. If you're going over potholes, bumps, or taking it off the road at any point, it's really just going to make your ride a lot smoother versus a regular golf cart that just has a standard frame on it with no give and no independent suspension. Second thing, it's got a really beefy brush guard here. It's extremely sturdy. It sits out a little bit from the actual body here. That's going to be a really good protection for if you're going through where you have any brush. It's going to protect your front body and your lights from scratches and damage. So that's a really cool feature. The next one I want to show you is the LED lights on this thing. They're really bright. You can turn them on for me. And of course, these are fitted with turn signals on them as well. And then you go up and you've got your fold down windshield here. So this is just gonna unlatch here on both ends. And this flips down and just locks into place into these little spacers in here. And this is just for, you know, if it's a hot day and you're driving along, you have something to get a little breeze in. And if it's cold out, you can flip it up and keep some of the cold air off of you. And then the rest is just going to be mirrors here. Obviously, just some side mirrors on the side. But next, we're going to go to the cabin. All right, now this is a view as if you're in the driver's seat, and this way you can see all the features available to you. I want to start with the odometer here up on the front. So this obviously will tell you how fast you're going, and this car will go about 25 miles an hour at the top speed. It'll also show you how many miles you've driven, as well as if your turn signals and your lights are on all at the same time. So if I were to blink my right signal, this right light would come on. The same way, left, and then headlights would make this blue light come on. So it'll show you everything on, which is good because you don't have self-canceling turn signals like how you would in a car. So it's a good way to be able to see if it's on and you don't accidentally leave your signals on and your lights on. Now you've got this really cool custom dash here, which matches the body of it. It's like a little lining on it. 4 cup holders in the front. And then you've got under here, so you've got your high and your low gear is what this knob is. If you leave it in high, which is where I leave it most of the time, it's gonna have a little bit more torque and it's gonna go about 25 miles an hour. If you were to flip it over into your low gear, it'll take away some of the torque. So if you're driving it around like a garage or a showroom, it'll be a little bit better. A little bit safer for that, as well as you'll only get about 15 miles an hour if you leave it below gear. Now this is your knob and your shifter here. So this is how you change from drive, neutral, and reverse. You can see because it's lit up orange here. And obviously it's in drive right now. If I flip it over into neutral, and you'll see as well on the odometer, it'll display here. And then into reverse, it'll have a loud beeper just to let you know that you're in reverse before you hit the pedal, and it'll go that way. Now, next you got your battery gauge here. So this will pretty much just tell you where your charge is. It goes from red to orange to green, and then one blue line at the top showing you that you're full. Moving up a little bit, you just got your steering wheel here. It's nice, custom fitted, has the Evolution logo in it, has nice grips on it and everything, as well as your turn signals here. So turn signals, just like in a car, except your headlights are going to flip on when you push it straight backwards. That's when they come on, and then just pull it right back if you want to turn your headlights off. And then other than that, you've just got your glove boxes on either side. Decent little bit of space either side here. Last thing I want to mention on the dash here is the outlets that you got down here. You got your 12-volt outlet on the top, just covered up here to keep the water out of it, as well as dual USB ports underneath here, so you can charge your phone and everything while you're driving around. And it will pull directly from the battery, but it will be safe because you can always tell where your charge is at based off the charge meter that we were just talking about. The next thing I want to talk about on this golf cart is the seating on it, as well as the safety features that come with it. So you've got premium seating on here, and they're actually bucket seats. So you can see that they divot in a little bit. This is just so when you're taking turns while driving, you won't go sliding all around, and just kind of hugs you a little bit more. As well as retractable seat belts. You get one per passenger in the front. And they're just lap belts that just connect over here. Each passenger gets their own individual one up in the front. And if we look around the back seats, obviously they're matching and they're the same kind of structure with the same kind of divots and bucket seats, as well as the lap belts in the back as well, retractable. You get cup holders. Each passenger gets one cup holder off the side of the side rail here. And this whole back seat actually flips down. So if you ever needed extra storage, you've got a whole bed back here with a lip on it. It's made of plastic, but it's going to be a very solid, sturdy material. It's not going to scratch or break easily at all. Now you get an extra storage space in this little compartment here, where if you just lift this handle up and pull it off, you get actually a really large storage space here. So you get plenty of room and everything for whatever you need to bring along, whether it's towels, beach stuff, supplies for work, you know, whatever it might be. Now you've also got an extended top that's going to cover up the back two passengers, as well as off-road safety handles for each of them to hold. So just a little extra safety on top of the seat belt as well to keep it secure. Next thing, you've got this wide gripped grab bar back here, which is really good for people getting on and off the golf cart, especially since it's lifted up so high. Kind of helps them grab it, and you can pull on as well as lower yourself down. And while you're riding it, if you're ever ridden in the back of a golf cart while it's driving, you'll feel yourself kind of pulling off of it when they accelerate. This is something that's really good that you can prop your hands or your feet up against, make you feel a lot safer while you're riding around. And just like the LED headlights that I showed you earlier, you've also got LED tail lights. As you can see right now, you've got your running lights going, and then if the brakes are pressed, which I'm about to do right now, you'll see they'll flash a little bit brighter for your brake lights. Also, that's going to be your turn signal light underneath it. And then transitioning to the side here, you've got your fender flares as well as your color matching rims. So this is going to match the body just like the dash that I showed you earlier does. So that's a really unique feature you don't really see in a lot of golf carts. Last thing I want to show you about this golf cart is the batteries and the charger that it has with it. So as you can see here, it's got 6 8-volt Trojan batteries. It's going to be a 48-volt golf cart, pretty standard for golf carts in general. It has an AC motor in it, running it. As far as the charger situation, it's a little bit unique. It's got this onboard charger here. So rather than having to carry this box around outside the golf cart and transport it with you everywhere you go to charge it, all you have is just, it's kind of like an extension cord. So this is just the cord that comes with it to charge it. This is all you need to carry with you to transport if you want to charge it on the go. One end goes into any 110 outlet, any regular outlet. Other end just goes into the golf cart here. You give it a second, it'll blink yellow just a couple of times, showing that it's plugged in. And then it'll start blinking green. Let's see, or excuse me, it'll start blinking red when it's charging. Kind of just loading up right now. There you go. So now it's charging, and it'll keep blinking red until it's fully charged, and it'll be green. All right, thank you everybody for watching. That's the Evolution Forester 4 Pro. If you got any questions about it, feel free to give us a call or text at 919-662-4200, and that'll be it.